All right, we are live today. What's going on, people? Welcome to the madness, right? Late? It's 9:15. I'm not late. I'm not late. What's going on, everybody? So we are doing this again, right? We got today and then Friday we get the full hour. So we got another 10 minutes of gold from Amber Heard this morning. This is crazy. This is crazy. We want to show you. Listen, so I'm gonna give you guys before we get into today's video, right? Today's interview, which I got queued up. I want to show you guys how bad yesterday was, right? So
your testimony, the
let me show you this. Hold
lifetime.
on. All right. So I pulled all the reactions yesterday. All the lawyers reacted to Amber Heard's madness. Let me see if I can show you guys some of the reactions. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me give you just a preview of some of the reactions from yesterday. Here's Natalie Lawyer chick from the Edward Scissorhands. Right. So we pulled all the reactions. Check this out.
Oh my god.
That's DUI guy. So here is.
Somebody please fucking shoot me right now.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Called your testimony the performance of a lifetime, and said
This
you
is
were
Natalie
acting.
Lawyer chick.
What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers. I'm the performer. I had listened.
Look at her face.
What?
She's like, what?
What? Kay?
Yo, she's totally perplexed. I thought I was the only one. Yo, check out. You want to see something else? Look at. I got Colonel Court. This video's coming out, dropping later. This is my man, Umbrella Guy. Oh, this is a good one too. You got to check this one out. So this is a good one. Let me play this one. This is Bruce Rivers.
Acting. What do you say to that?
Watch his reaction.
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Really? Because he played Edward Scissorhands? Are you really fucking saying that? That makes no sense.
No, Bruce doesn't usually
But
curse
you
in his
remember
videos.
when the acting, and I reacted to this. She had no tears. She pretended like she was crying.
Bruce
and
is
she
like,
had
what
no
the fuck?
tears. Zero.
Yo, this is gold.
That made
forever.
no see. Look at that awkward silence. That made no sense.
The performer.
Check out Nick.
The
Nick,
lawyer
watch Nick. Nick
for
is
the
crazy.
man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that? Is that
No.
what you took from Edward Scissorhands?
All right. So we got all the compilations from all the attorneys to that point, and it's so wild because every single person thought the same exact thing. Like, this is crazy. This makes no sense. So that video is going to be dropping a little later today after the YouTube gods, remonetize it, because they demonetized it because of the cursey word. So we got to wait. But yeah, it's crazy. So look for that. I don't think that she is anywhere. This is not helping her at all. Before you start, put some slow mode on, please. You know what? We had a couple of bots. I see them, so we're just doing boom. So I just had to. That's the bot killer. So we just killed a lot of the bots. So the bots be damned. Just subscribe 1 second and you're there. As soon as you hit the button, you can chat. And there's a 15-minute slow mode to stop them. So. Let me read this one. When Natalie is speechless, you know shit just happened. Yeah. She couldn't even make it sound. She was trying to understand it. You'll see it. The reactions are hilarious because everybody was saying the same thing. What is she talking about? Samantha Guthrie actually is a former big law litigator. Yes, she's a lawyer. I'm so happy to see she's not going soft on her with with some great questions. Yes, and that's a great segue to what we're going to right now. So let's pull it up. Let's get into it. I've teased you guys enough with it, right? So let's watch it. Here we go. Day three. Let's start this up.
On social media getting billions of views. Well, after the verdict, largely in favor of Depp, Heard called it a setback for other women who wanted to speak up. And now she says she fears other potential defamation lawsuits from her ex-husband as she looks to move forward. There's a text message where Johnny promises total global humiliation for you. Do you feel like that came true?
What's up with the fuck? Stop with the theatrics. Just answer the questions. Like, this what makes me think that she's not being on. It came true. Just say, of course, you don't have to sell it to us. You don't have to sell it to us. You're not fucking Mirror. He's not Edward Scissorhands. Don't overact it. Come on, just do it.
I know he promised it. I testified to this. I'm not a good victim, I get it. I'm not a likable victim. I'm not a perfect victim, but...
You see the talking point? That's the talking point. I'm not a perfect victim. That's the talking point. Watch those other videos. All the media say it. She's not a perfect victim. Believe her. She's not a perfect victim. She's out here just spouting off the talking points.
When I testified, I asked the jury to just see me as human and hear his own words.
They saw your
which is a
lying
promise
ass.
to do this. It feels as though he has.
Amber Heard reflecting on the ripple effects of her tumultuous trial with Johnny Depp. Having been found liable, are you nervous as we are here today about what you can say now?
She should be.
Of course. I took for granted what I assumed was my right to speak.
Do you feel like you could be sued again by him for defamation?
I'm scared that no matter what I do, no matter what I say or how I say it, every step that I take will present another opportunity for this sort of silencing.
Oh, let me let you finish our point.
Which is what I guess a defamation lawsuit is meant to do. It's meant.
No. A defamation lawsuit is not meant to silence you. It's meant to stop you from doing things that are illegal, right? You do not have the right to lie and defame someone. Defamation says stop the lies, stop the defamation. You can speak all you want. You can say whatever you want. You just can't defame someone, right? That's not protected. So this whole nonsense about, well, he's silencing me. Yeah, he's silencing you from saying things that are not true and that are defamatory. That's what defamation laws are about. That's why defamation is not protected. That's why defamation doesn't fall under protected speech, because you don't have the right. You don't have the right to defame someone. You have the right to speak, but you don't have the right to defame. Understand that, Amber.
Meant to take your voice.
But Amber is still speaking just days after a jury stunned many and found the actress defamed Depp in an op-ed.
You know what? For you people in the chat, her doubling down like this, would you sue her? Like, I would be thinking about suing her ass again. Like, I would be thinking like, yo, we may have to go through this again because you're saying the same crap. You know, we may have to go to the judge and be like, yo, we need an injunction. And then we might have to go to court and get your ass again because you keep saying the same crap over and over again after just losing the defamation lawsuit. What does she want? She wants to be sued again. My ass we might be thinking about like, yo, we might have to sue this chick again because she's just saying craziness now.
Where she said she was a public figure representing domestic abuse. The piece, which never mentioned Depp by name, was published 2 years after the couple announced they had settled their divorce. Life had seemingly moved on, and you decide to write an op-ed. Why did you do that?
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny.
But it alluded.
She's a fucking liar. All right, people. That's just straight up lies. Let's fact check this right now. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. No. You're not going to just get away with that straight up lie. You fucking admitted it in trial on the stand. So you guys don't think I'm some fucking liar. Hold on. We got to pull this one up. She said it was about him. Hold on the stand. Now she's gonna try to play like it wasn't. Nah. Let me find this on Twitter. Hold on. Yep, there it is. I pulled it right though. Check this out. Check this out, people. So I'm on Twitter. I got it right here. Boom. All right. We about to fact check her in real time. So this is her on the stand. Remember, she said it was not about Johnny. Let's hear what she got to say. Let's see what she says.
You would be at the courthouse and knew exactly which side of your face to take a picture of, did you?
I know how many people will come out and say whatever for him. That's his power. That's why I wrote the op-ed. I was speaking to that phenomenon. How many people will come out in support of him and will fall to his power? He is a very powerful man, and people love currying favor with powerful men.
Currying
and I know
favor
that
and
firsthand. I've
risking
lived
jail
it.
time for committing.
So just to be clear, that's why I wrote the op-ed, right? Let's listen to this again.
How many people will come out and say
Don't put up any
whatever
super chats.
for him.
Let people see
That's
this.
his power. That's why I
me
wrote
rewind
the
this
op-ed.
back a little bit, sorry.
I was speaking to that.
That's why I wrote the
Which
op-ed.
side of your face to take a picture of?
Let's make sure
did
we
you?
get this.
I know how many people will come out and say whatever for him.
Right?
That's his power.
That's his
why
power.
I wrote the op-ed.
That's
Because
why I
was
wrote the
speaking to that
op-ed,
phenomenon.
'cause I was
How
working
many
at that
people will
phenomenon
come out in support of him
him,
and will
Johnny
fall to his
Depp,
power.
and fall
He is
to
a very
Johnny Depp's
powerful
power.
man, and people
He's a very
love
powerful
currying
man.
favor with powerful men.
Currying
And I know
favor
that
and
firsthand. I've
risking
lived
jail
it.
time for committing perjury.
Excuse me?
Yeah, she
I
didn't hear
didn't
that
hear
question.
your
You
question.
didn't hear
Excuse
my
me?
question.
No, she ain't hear that shit.
Ms.
She don't want to
Vasquez,
hear
if
it.
you do mind,
Curry-
please just repeat the question. I didn't hear you.
Curry favor and commit perjury in this courtroom
I have
for a
seen people
powerful
do this.
man.
I have seen people do this time and time again. That's why I wrote the op-ed.
You didn't expect Ben King.
So she's full out admitted she wrote the op-ed about Johnny, right? About his power and influence and all that shit. And now she's saying it wasn't about him. Then what the were you lying then? Or are you fucking lying now? Like, this is starting to get ridiculous now. Come on, Amber. Don't treat us like we're idiots. This is starting to get utterly ridiculous. You can't go on the stand and say shit like this and then come here and then say, oh, it wasn't about him. It was never about him. Then why'd you say that on the stand? That's what you said. I think she thinks we're all idiots. She has to think we're all idiots. She's got to. She has to think we're idiots. I'm sorry. I know people, we want to watch the interview, but I just felt I had to fact check that in real time because that's what she said on the stand.
To him.
It
It was unmistakable.
You know,
It's
what the
unmistakable.
op-ed was about was,
Clean it up.
you know, me loaning my voice to a bigger cultural conversation that we were having at the time.
Did you worry? Gosh, I'd love to be a person weighing in on these cultural issues, but that's going to stir this all up again.
I obviously knew it was important for me not to make it about him or to do anything like defame him. I had lawyers, teams of lawyers, review all the drafts of this.
When you wrote this op-ed, it was the height of Me Too. Legions of powerful men being canceled, losing their jobs. Did you want that to happen to Johnny Depp?
Yes,
Of course
she
not.
did. Nobody
Of course
believes
not.
you.
It
You're a
wasn't
liar.
about him.
But the op-ed and the abuse alleged was at the heart of the 6-week trial.
Just pulls his arm back with the phone and throws it at my face. Hit me right in it felt like my eye.
Heard testified that the final straw came after a violent fight in May 2016. 6 days later, she filed for a restraining order, cameras capturing her as she left the courthouse. But Depp's lawyers convinced the jury Heard was lying about the abuse.
Of course she's
Police who
lying.
responded to the 2016 incident testified during the trial that they didn't see any injuries and that Heard declined to file charges.
This was a hoax, according to his team. Why didn't I cooperate with the police?
Because there was no evidence. Let me tell you why I believe you didn't cooperate with the police. Because you didn't want, there was no injuries. Nothing had happened. You were pretending something had happened, and nothing happened. So when the police came and said, well, do you have any injuries? Give us anything so we can do what we need to do, right? So we can at least write a report. There was nothing. There was absolutely no evidence. And when the cops saw no evidence, they could do nothing. They could do nothing. You didn't have it. If you had it, you would have showed it. That's the way it works. So let's not pretend that you had something and the cops were and you were trying to hide it. There was nothing there. The cops looked for bruises. The cops searched the apartment, and the cops questioned you, and they found absolutely nothing. But now you want to pretend that they're lying. Again, the cops are lying because, you remember, everybody who's testified against her is lying. Everybody who's testified for is telling the truth. That's her thing. And the cops are pro Johnny, even though they're LAPD and they're not paid by Johnny. She's trying to still spin it after we know the truth, right? This is crazy. This is crazy.
I've testified before, and I will stand by until my dying day. I didn't want to cooperate with them. I didn't want this to be out.
So why call the police? Why get the restraining order? You did all of that because you wanted it to be out. No one believes you. No, I don't even believe she believes this at this point in time. She doesn't believe it. I think she's just saying it, trying to get some sympathy. Nobody believes you.
I want this to be known. I didn't want to cooperate with them because I didn't want this to be, I didn't want to get him in trouble. If it was a hoax, I could have done that.
But 5 days later, you went to court and it came out.
5 days later,
That's right. Hit us, Savannah.
I made the decision to stand up for myself and protect myself. You can't get a restraining order in private, which of course I didn't understand the night when the cops were called.
An employee of TMZ testified at court and said
Hit her with
that
TMZ.
TMZ was tipped off about when you were going to be going to the courthouse and on
were.
what side of your face bruises would be apparent.
What's she going to say about
Did
this?
you tip off TMZ?
I was going to
Yes.
say, he certainly didn't get tipped off by me or
Did
anyone in my...
anyone you know tip off TMZ?
Why would they? No.
You asked no one to do that.
As I testified,
Now remember, as she testified, I didn't know. Somebody tipped her. It could have been my representatives, my team. Who knows, right? Even Camille asked her. She was like, "Well, what do you mean?" It's like, your representatives did it. She's like, "I don't know. Now she's saying, absolutely not, right? She's changing her testimony even now. She's changing it from what she said. You're on tape saying it under oath. Now you're changing it. Now you don't know anything about it. Before you're like, it could be my representatives. Now I absolutely don't know. And don't forget, they got the copyright. See, the problem with this is, think about this, people. TMZ owns the copyright. They could only get the copyright from one person. The person, right? The person who for the video that was released. They got the copy. That's how we know she was leaking stuff. And the TMZ employee said they knew when she was going, where she was going, where the bruise was. Who would know all that information to leak? But again, she can just say, I didn't do it because she's not under oath and she's just sitting here lying again.
testified to before had nothing to do with me.
There are different incidents that you testified to, and the DEP legal team would put up pictures of you publicly right after that or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
Again,
That's a good question, right? That's a good question. They showed all this evidence of you saying that this happened to you, and all this time there was no bruises, right? Why? Let's ponder how she's going to try to fix this lie, right? Let's ponder. What's she going to say? Because that's true, right? She had all this time where she said vicious, violent assaults happened. And then the next day, she was out in backless dresses, right? Let's pull up some of the pictures that they just showed. Backless dresses, right? No bruises. She said she was dragged over glass and kicked and beat in the back and broken the nose. And she looks fine. So let's see how she tries to clean this up. For us, she's going to try to tell us what the truth is. Let's see if Amber Heard is going to give us the truth. I'm hoping she's going to give us the truth. Let's hear it. Come on, Amber.
Or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you weren't injured.
You had promised to donate the $7 million of your divorce settlement.
Hold on. No, that's the wrong answer. You can't say you're dragged over glass and beaten with sticks and stomped on the back, and then the next day look like this, and then people say, well, it doesn't, where's the bruises? You can't say your nose is broken, then we look at your nose, it looks fine, right? She's saying that you say the bruises are fake. Let's look at this was the nose picture. Let's go back.
Too, and the DEP legal team.
This is the picture where she said her nose is broken. 2 black eyes, swelling. She was beaten punched in the face multiple times, dragged over glass. This is the picture. Either she's Wolverine, that's gonna, that they could just heal like that, or she's lying. And she says, and her response is, she didn't even give a full sentence. This just doesn't make any sense. Does she really think we're that stupid to buy what she said? She should have been prepared with a better answer than what she just gave. That answer that she just gave did nothing to move the needle.
Team would put up pictures of you publicly right after that or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
Again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't
didn't
have
have
any,
any.
then you weren't injured.
You had
Yeah.
promised to donate the $7 million of your divorce settlement to
Here
charity.
we go. $7 million
It was
to the
revealed
to
at
charity.
trial that
You
you
lied.
haven't done so
She
yet.
said you
However,
lied.
they played a tape where you stayed on the air that you have donated it. Do you think
Yes.
that raised questions as to your credibility with the jury?
Of course.
I made a pledge, and that pledge is made over time by its nature.
When
And
you say I donated, you know that everybody thinks that you've donated it.
Savannah didn't let her get away. Savannah's like, yo, we not going down that route. You know what you did. You know what donated means. You know what pledge means. Let's not play this BS about, pledge versus. You were telling people you donated that money. You wasn't telling people this was pledge. You told me we donated, and you know what that meant. Go ahead, Savannah. Savannah's hitting. You gotta, I give the mainstream media a lot of crap, but Savannah didn't let it get away with that BS. Like, we know what's going on.
Not that you've pledged it. So for the jurors sitting there,
time by its nature.
when you
And
say I donated, you know that everybody thinks
Yeah.
that you've donated it.
We know.
Not that you've pledged it. So for the jurors sitting there, do you think they felt like that was you getting caught in a lie?
Yeah.
I don't know, because so much of I feel like so
She got
much
caught in a lie.
of the trial was meant to cast aspersions on who I am as a human, my credibility, to call me a liar in every way you can. And
That
more.
was the trial. It was a credibility contest.
Yeah, but I want George people to see something that's very interesting. She didn't even answer the question, right? The question was, hey, you said you donated versus pledging, and we all know that you didn't donate. We all, you know the difference, obviously. That didn't that hurt your credibility? And she just didn't even answer that. Well, the trial was all about hurting my credibility. So no, specifically though, this point, you knew that you were trying to fool people. You knew you were lying to people. You lied to the jury, right? And Savannah is trying to get her to at least admit that, hey, I made a mistake in this trial. Everything I said wasn't true. But again, she can't, and this is her problem. She cannot just admit that she has any faults. She can't admit, yeah, I made a mistake when I said that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have tried to fool them into thinking I gave all that money to charity when I kept it in my own pockets. But that's the reason why she lost.
And
That was it.
This is another one of the examples where if you pull back and you think about it, I shouldn't have to have donated it in an effort to be believed. I shouldn't have had to earmark the entirety of that in order.
You don't have to. This is idiotic. No one said you had to donate it. Your idiot self went out and told everybody, to show that I'm not a gold digger, I'm going to donate the whole fucking thing. To the Children's Hospital, to the ACLU. I don't want this guy's fucking money. I'm good, right? And now you're complaining? Because after you told everybody, not only were you going to donate, you pledge it, I gave it to them. I gave them the $7 million fucking dollars. And then when people said, okay, well, show us the receipts. Well, I didn't really give it. You see, this happened. You know, there's tea in China. People just don't never going to believe. Like, no. And now she's saying, well, the people believed I shouldn't have had to give the money. Well, no, you didn't have to. You said you were going to give it. You lied about it. And then we got caught. Instead of saying, I fucked up, you saying, well, people shouldn't be questioning about me. Well, then you shouldn't have told us you were going to do it. Don't sit there and tell us you gave the money and we find you didn't get the fucking money, then complain. Why you complaining that I didn't give the money? You're a fucking idiot. This interview is not helping you. This interview is destroying your career. If you thought this is going to get you back in Aquaman 2, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Aquaman is over. Your career is over. This interview is ending it. You're not making any fucking sense. Stop it. Stop the lies. Just come out and say, I fucked up. That's all we want to hear. But you know what? She doesn't want to do that. Only thing she wants to do is continue to try to gaslight us. We're not crazy. Listen, people, she's the crazy one. You are not crazy. What she's saying is crazy. You are sane. The millions of us, the jury, we are not crazy. She's the crazy one, and she's trying to make it seem like we're fucking insane. But that's her. That's her problem. That's not your problem. We're all together in this. We're all together in this.
To have
You shouldn't have, but once you said you did.
right, which is where it was
That's
intended
what I'm saying.
to go.
Heard says she still plans to honor that pledge.
Get the fuck
How do you
outta
see
here.
your future now?
I get to be a mom, like full time, you know, where I'm not having to juggle calls with lawyers.
One day you may want to tell your daughter about this or have to tell your daughter about everything that you've gone through. What would you
See, these are the emotional heartstrings now, right? I'm a mom. You know, I'm a mom. Don't be too hard on me. I'm a mom. We understand you're a mom, but you're also a liar. You're also a liar. Those are just the facts.
want to say?
I think no matter what, it will mean something. I did the right thing. I did everything I could to stand up for myself and the truth.
Heard and Depp's volatile relationship lasted just 4 years. Depp confirming his engagement to me on Today in 2014.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yeah, very. She's a wonderful girl. She's sharp as a tack, you know.
I gotta say, he must be like, my God, I can't believe I did this interview. Oh, shit. If I was Johnny Depp, I'd be like, Mike, don't play this. This hurts. This hurts. Just imagine. He didn't know the monster he was marrying. He didn't know the monster he was marrying. Wow.
You know, wonderful, Southern belle and sweet as can be, and very good.
How
for me,
times
you
have
know.
changed now, huh?
On the first day of the trial, you issued a statement, and part of the statement said, I still have love for Johnny.
Yes,
Is that still true?
yes.
I don't know if I believe that. I think she is saying that just to try to make it seem like she's still the victim, right? I still have love for John. She doesn't have no love for this guy. Because you have love for someone, you don't try to destroy them. Not like this. Not with fake accusations. You don't try to destroy them and then triple down on them, right? You say them once, you say them again, and now you're tripling down on them. You don't do that. You don't do that.
After everything.
Absolutely.
This is
Absolutely.
her love.
I love him. I loved him with all my heart. And I tried the best I could to make a deeply broken relationship work. And I couldn't. I have no bad feelings or ill will towards him at all.
So why the hell are you doing this interview? If you have no bad feelings, why do this interview? Why do this interview? Because this interview is just essentially tripling down on the false accusations that you made.
I know that might be hard to understand, or it might be really easy to understand. If you've just ever loved anyone, it should be easy.
Depp.
Well, that's it. That's it. What do you guys think about this? She's tripling down. She's still the victim. Everybody else is a liar. Donate and pledge. Why are we even asking questions about donate and pledge? She told people she gave the money away, but now why does it even matter, right? It shouldn't even matter. It's a total mess. And we still got an hour. One thing that interests me about this particular one too is that the jump cuts, because I want to see what she said after those jump cuts. Like, you see they cut a lot of the places, but this is, I think she unfortunately still thinks we're all idiots. she essentially thinks that we all are idiots, and that we're going to believe this. You can't go out there and tell people I gave $7 million to a children or $3.5 million to a children's hospital, and then when we find out you didn't do it, complain that we're asking the question, why didn't you give the money, right? That's essentially what she's saying. She's gaslighting like crazy, like insanely crazy. Let's start with some super chats. Megan says, per Amber Heard, Johnny won because his fame and his beloved characters. But when she first alleged the abuse, JD was canceled in spite of his fame and character. Yes, she was believed. Amber Heard was believed. No matter what anybody says. Was that a mega pint of vodka? Try to prove she had too many knocks on her head. Ugh. She didn't have any. She had no bruises. You can't go and say, somebody broke my arms the next day to look at your arm and say, oh, the arm's not broken. And you're like, oh, well, I shouldn't have to prove my arm is broken. Like, yes, you do. Yes, you fucking do, right? If you tell me your arm is broken, the next day it should still be broken. You tell me your nose is broken, the next day it should still be broken, right? You're not Wolverine. That shit just don't happen, right? If you tell me you're being kicked in the back and drunk over glass and the next day I see you look fine, I'm going to question your story. Like, I don't know if she was beaten up that bad, right? It's just common sense. Ugh. Saw an interview and gets more comical. Oh, my God. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I promised you guys. So let's watch the reactions yesterday from all the internet. So I got the reactions from all the internet about the Scissorhands shit. So let's watch that.
That he convinced the world
for fingers?
Let's start from mine. This is from yesterday. All right, here we go.
Called your testimony the performance of a lifetime.
All right.
And said you were acting.
Uh-huh. Now, what's her
What'd you say to
response? Listen to this shit.
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
That was a movie. Like, he's not Edward fucking Scissorhands. What the hell is he talking about? Yo, but now what? Let's watch Uncivil. Uncivil is funny. It's crazy.
A bar though. Hey yo.
Here's Uncivil.
What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
What? I'm sorry. I've heard about the quote. I've never actually heard the quote. It's even stupider when you hear it.
What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer.
He had to rewind
for
it.
the man
He had to rewind
who
it.
convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
He said, y'all gotta hear this again.
Who was convinced he had scissors fingers?
Kurt's like, yo, this is wrong. This is making what?
What? You know what is even worse about it? You know what's even worse about it? Is it strikes me as not something she thought up off the cuff.
He thinks it's planned.
That strikes me as a line someone came up with and wrote in advance. Maybe like her new PR team, for example. And
The lawyer said,
His
called
legal
your
bites.
testimony the performance of a lifetime. And said you were acting.
Okay.
What do you say to that?
Says
She broke
the
us all
lawyer
with this.
She says she was
for
acting.
the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Okay. Again, I don't understand how that's a retort to Camille saying that was an acting performance of a lifetime. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit too hung up on this one, but I can't understand how she thinks that this is some kind of a dig. Okay.
Arguments. The deaf lawyer said.
Oh, here's
called your
Joe.
testimony
Good
the
logic.
Performance of a lifetime, and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
You convinced the world that you could breathe underwater. What the hell does that do with anything? What the hell does that do with anything?
Yo, it's
So because
the great part about this this is everybody reacting on their own, right? We haven't watched anything, right? It's not like we watched each other and just reacting. These are people reacting on their own when they hear it. This is crazy. And how everybody's reacting the same way. Like, what the fuck is she saying?
What? Oh my God. What a terrible answer. What a terrible answer. First of all, what? What does that even mean? What the hell? What are you talking about?
Joe is going
because
crazy.
She's a lawyer for Edward Scissorhands, so she can't say that you're full of crap and that you're acting and full and lying? I don't understand this at all. You played Mira. You're saying that like because he's an actor who's going up on stage. I don't even understand what this means.
Joe is trying to figure it out.
You're an actor too. You're both actors.
Arguments. The Depp lawyer called your testimony the performance of a lifetime.
Oh, this
and
is
said you were acting.
Legal Vices.
What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
What the fuck?
Like, what?
I got nothing for that. I really want to say something biting and witty, but I'm kind of fucking stunned right now.
Oh my God. Yo, everybody was like,
she did not just dirt. No.
Yeah. He's rewinding it. He's like, yo, I gotta see this again.
What did
It
she
makes no
say?
sense.
No.
Oh my God.
Called your testimony the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer
He played it again.
for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
he's dying down there.
Stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Holy shit.
Arguments. The Depp lawyer said
This is
called your
DUI
testimony
guy.
the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting.
Shout out to
What do you say
DUI.
to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Oh my God.
Everybody, nobody knew what the fuck he's talking about.
Scissors called your testimony
Oh,
the
his
performance
Natalie.
of a lifetime
Natalie lawyer
and
chick.
said you were acting.
My sister-in-law.
What do you say to that?
Check this out.
Says the lawyer
Now, Natalie's
for
fair
the
with
man
everybody.
who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers. I'm the
Look at
performer.
Natalie's face.
I had listened.
Look at Natalie's face. She's like, what the fuck did I just hear?
What?
Look at Natalie. Natalie's
What?
like, oh, what the fuck?
Kay? What did she just say? I'm trying to get through this quickly because I got things to do. But
Oh, shit. Go ahead, Nat.
is it crack? Is it crack? What would possess you to say something like that? Help me, Jesus. What would possess a human being to say something like that?
Yes.
Is it drugs?
Must be.
Is it the laughy happy drugs? Why would you say something like that?
Crack is whack.
Says the lawyer. No one in their right mind. And again, remember I told you guys I didn't know Johnny Depp that much. Why didn't I realize until deep into this thing that Johnny Depp was Edward Scissorhands? Because I was a kid when I saw that. And so Edward I didn't understand who actors were. And that's probably why I don't really know who anyone is, because I just accept them for their character. But anyway, ain't nobody really think that Johnny Depp, the person, had scissors for hands. We've seen him. He's walking around without scissors. Who told you that was a good talking point? Who said that?
You know somebody on the team was
who
like,
said to ridicule him because he was Edward Scissorhands? it's like a level of contempt. No one believed that he was a semi-robotic man who was raised in a mansion and only came down because the Avon lady came down by his house and she tried to cover up his scars, and then he started cutting bushes, and then he started cutting hair. No one thinks that that's actually Johnny Depp.
What do you say to that?
Oh, this is the body language guy.
The lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
He can't even hold himself back.
I'm the performer. I had listened to weeks of testimony.
I'm the performer. I need a mega pint. I have done this with my usual Japanese whiskey. I need a double. I need a double Nika now.
Yo!
Instance, the
This has to be
lawyer
bad
for the
when
man who
everybody
convinced the
says the
world
same shit.
that he had scissors for fingers. She said
He's
that
like, I
I
need a
was
mega
a
bite.
performer. What? You have been hanging out with Snoop Dogg too much, girl. Too much. What? What kind of what? What? I can't. I'm gonna play it one last time.
He's gotta play it again.
Try to make sense of it.
He's like, yeah, I gotta
because
play
if
it again.
not, I quit. I don't.
Oh my God.
I just did not get the memo. I did not.
Nobody.
Did not get the
It's
memo.
not you, brother.
Says
Nobody knows what she's saying.
the
Nobody
lawyer.
knows what she's talking about.
For the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
He's laughing again.
I'm the performer.
You can't even listen to it.
I need a gift.
Testimony, the performance of a lifetime.
Oh, lawyer, you
Said
know.
were acting. What do you say to that?
That's all I spoke. And I spoke it to power, and I paid the price.
The interviewer is
In the
giving her
closing
no
arguments, the
room
Depp
to
lawyer
wiggle
said,
at all.
called your testimony the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Let's see how the lawyer
Says
you know reacts
The
to it.
lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers. I'm the.
What? That's her cut? So we should condemn Johnny.
Yo, everybody, think about this. Everybody is
I did
sucked.
not know this. I'm in Nile.
Everybody.
So we should condemn Johnny because he played Edward Scissorhands and convinced the world. I don't think anybody actually thought he had scissors for fingers. Did you guys? Let me know in the chat. Did you actually think Johnny Depp had scissors for fingers?
I thought
after
she could
watching
breathe
Edward
underwater.
Scissorhands?
I thought she could
Did you
breathe
actually
underwater.
think that, or did you think it was a movie? I don't like to be sarcastic and making fun of people on YouTube, at least. And in my normal life, I probably am pretty sarcastic. But come on, like, are you being serious?
Just
not a great answer.
Called your testimony the performance of a lifetime.
Oh my God.
And said you were acting.
Black
do you say to that?
black belt barrister.
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
That's obviously a reference to Edward Scissorhands, the film, but this is not only twice removed, but it's also a bit ridiculous.
I like how it's tough formally. He breaks it down. It's
she's saying
bit
that
ridiculous.
because Johnny Depp was so good at acting in Edward Scissorhands, therefore his lawyer's putting on a performance. It's twice removed in the sense that this has nothing to do with Johnny Depp, the actor, acting. Neither has it anything to do with his lawyer acting because he's an actor. And either way, again, impugning the integrity of the lawyers, which I think is uncalled for. But let's listen on.
What do you say to that?
Oh, this is a good
Says
one.
the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Whenever I saw Edward Scissorhands, I knew that he didn't have scissors for fingers. It's a movie.
Everybody's saying the same shit. What is he talking about? Oh,
I
Colonel
will say I
Coots.
disagree with Johnny Depp's attorneys there. It was not the performance of a
Ah.
lifetime. It was a shitty performance. The woman convulsed for hours and couldn't produce tears. So no.
What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man
says him.
who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
What?
I'm the performer.
Wait, I have to watch that again.
She got to roll it back. She got to roll it back. She got to roll it back. She's like, hold on.
And said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Go ahead, Colonel. Go ahead, Colonel.
The lawyer for the man who convinced.
Watch her reaction.
Scissors for fingers.
Her reaction is classic.
I'm the performer.
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he has scissors for fingers. So she's saying there that this is a lie that Johnny's lawyers were telling. But what is the relationship between Johnny's lawyers and the fact that they have an actor, like a client, who was Edward
You're trying to make
Scissorhands?
sense of the nonsense.
I don't really understand the connection. I
It's
guess what
nonsense.
she's trying to say here is like everybody from the lawyer to Johnny Depp, they were all putting on a good show for you. Right?
It's nonsense. There's no way.
Performance of a lifetime.
Oh, legal
You said you were
mindset.
acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
Okay, this one makes me laugh the most. I know everybody else has covered it, but seriously, you played a fish. You played an Atlantean. Get the fuck out of here. It's a movie. Have you never watched a movie? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? His role in a movie does not lessen or greaten his credibility. Really, honestly, the fact that she would try to use that against him, this is the career-ending moment.
This is a career-ending question, yes.
She's literally said that anybody who plays a fantastical role or any non-totally realistic role is not credible as a human being, is a liar. It's hilarious.
Right.
It's hilarious.
In the closing arguments, the
The umbrella guy
called your testimony the performance of a lifetime and said you were acting. What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers. I'm the performer.
Wait, what? The lawyer convinced the world that he had
The umbrella
scissors
guy
for
broke
fingers,
character.
Not the guy that was really worded terribly. Camille Vasquez convinced us all he had
He
scissors.
made tongue break
Step lawyer
character.
said, called your testimony the performance
Bruce Rivers,
of a
the
lifetime
criminal guy.
and said you were acting.
Come on,
What do you
Bruce.
say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
She made Bruce break character.
Really? Because he played Edward Scissorhands? Are you really fucking saying that? That makes no sense. But you remember when the acting, and I reacted
Like,
to this.
makes no fucking
she
sense.
had no tears. She pretended like she was crying, and she had no tears.
Go ahead, Bruce.
That made no sense. That awkward silence. That made no sense.
She made Bruce break character.
The lawyer.
Ah, this is the best
For
one.
the man
Nick.
who convinced the world
The
he
Pope.
had scissors for fingers.
Wait, what? What the fuck was that?
Is
Oh
that
my
what
God.
you took from Edward Scissorhands?
That's what
that
she
he
took from it.
convinced the world that he had scissors for fingers? Bitch, did you watch the movie? He was a doll. He was Pinocchio.
Oh my God.
He was an unfinished marionette. And Geppetto
Oh my
dies
God.
before he can get fixed. And then he's stuck in the world, running around with no context or experience about what anything is. He's an infant thrust
my
into
God.
a world of awfulness, trying to take advantage of every single thing, everybody exploiting his innocence.
Wow. Nick is like,
And you take scissors for fingers? That's what you take from that story, that movie? And that he somehow convinced the world? Bitch, he convinced the world that he wasn't human. If you want to go there, that he was a robot, effectively.
All right, here we go.
Called your testimony.
Oh my god!
Kind of fucking.
That's fucking their reactions. Yeah, that is crazy, right? And you know what the crazy part about it is that how everybody, when they saw it, you knew it was a disaster across the board, right? Every attorney looked at that and was like, "My God, she's an idiot. There's no way." That's the worst. That was a horrible answer for her. Horrible answer. And that's the person trying to convince us that she's not lying. Right? Crazy, right? Crazy. Let me knock down some of these super chats. Oh my God. I'm going to be laughing about this all day. So the interview, it gets more comical, if not more outrageous. Oh my God. Well, we're about to watch it. We're going to Friday. So don't forget Friday. We're watching the full thing, a full hour. They're going to, no jump cuts, and hopefully they'll have no jump cuts. We can see the whole thing and see the lies. See the lies. So we was Friday, Dateline. If she just stayed quiet or at least cut the BS, she could have some hope of coming back. Yeah, but that's not happening. This is gone. Her mind is gone. Her mind is gone. How many men are in jail from women lying about DA or SV? Well, Johnny would have been in jail because people believed her. People believed her. Think about this. That's the scary part about this whole thing. People believed her without any evidence just because she said it. He could have been going to jail if people believed her to the point where, you know, this is a criminal trial. He could have been going to jail for years, right? For those lies. It's crazy. She wants to get sued again to play the victim. Yeah. I think that's what she's doing. She's trying to push him. But I would go to the court and ask for an injunction. She continues to defame him into the day. Yes, yeah. Amber repeating the talking points reminds me of Marco Rubio in the 2012 primaries when Christie called him out, and I remember that. What's it called? Rubio the repeater, because he kept repeating the same talking points. Britt says, when she said, "I never lied, I only spoke truth," she was very close to the line. Yes, it has been shown that she lied and was not telling the truth. Also, she said she wrote it about him on the stand. Yeah, we saw that clip. Everybody else saw that clip. She said it was about him. But again, she's lying now. And again, she's not under oath. So of course you can lie to Savannah Guthrie. But it is what it is. But you're right, though. And we all know she's still lying, which is problematic. Which is problematic for her. It seems like she's trying to get good sound bites out of this interview. Snippets, the message that she wants to get out. Yeah. But again, it's not helpful because it's contrary to the evidence. So that's the problem. No, this is a tactic. She's trying to coax more suits. Yeah, maybe. She's a clown. But she will be cashing in right now because she thinks JD will not follow through. Well, if she does, she's a fool because he did follow through on a defamation one, right? Had to resub the Nate today. Thanks, Tracy. Maybe YouTube's doing something. Love the content. Thank you. JD has super Scissorhand powers. She'll never leave him alone. # mind games. Facts. Self-righteous, lying, abusive, and capable of admitting wrong. Guess Dr. Curry was right. Dr. Curry, hey, listen, Dr. Curry should be getting a lot more business because she was spot on. Exaggerations, doubling down. Like she said, she literally like read her like a book. Dr. Hughes is probably going to be losing a lot of clients because people are like, yo, if you said this one was saying, she's obviously crazy. She thinks we all believe he has scissor hands. She obviously thinks we're stupid. She really wants to just gaslight us into oblivion. Yes. That's the plan. I think the interview is spread out so that we can watch reactions and edit for the next day. Tip as an F you to the mainstream media. Yeah, but don't forget it. I'm assuming they paid her for this interview, and they dropped. And this is smart. You drop day one, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You drop 3 tips. Leave 2 days, Thursday and Friday, for us to all. Oh my God, we want to see the full hour. Drop it on Dateline. They're gonna have a lot of people watching it, and then we get to react to it afterwards. So I think they're doing what they need to do. You know. Question. Did the guy from the ACLU testify that Johnny Depp's name, yes, was initially in the article? Yes. And they wrote it and had it removed for the before the final draft. Yes. So the article was initially about Johnny Depp, and her team came in and removed the name, but they kind of left all the context. So you know it's about him. And then, again, to understand, she said it was about him. So You know, I don't know how she gets around it. She's trying to relitigate the case, but when you go on the stand and say it was about him, I don't know how you get around that. The fact is, the fact she is she's speaking out, shows she's abusive. She still seeks control. Johnny, move on. I think you're right. I think she is trying to still seek control. This, just a TK says, think of narcissism as a hypersensitive defense mechanism. Narcs aren't aware of that always. Need to assert control over other people. The HG Tudor model explains her behavior perfectly. I got to look up the HG Tudor model. But you're right, though. I think she still wants to have some control over him, but she can't. She can't. And I think this is her way of trying to, that whole, I still love him. I want to protect him. I don't want to harm him. We know all that's lies. All that's lies. And to say it, right? Jameson 2012. America country, baby. That's what this is. Nate, she is pulling she is Justice. She's the white female version of Jussie Smollett. Just go all the way down with the lie. By the way, what's going on with him? Well, from what I'm hearing, he's living a life. He's doing his thing. You know, he's you know, the win already has won. So he's not really, from what I'm understanding, he's not really concerned about anything else. He's just concerned about moving on. And he's, you know, people are starting to reach out to him. So I think Johnny Depp is good. Again, from my contacts in the JD camp, he seems to be doing well. Bitch, you look horrifically injured if you'd look horribly injured if true. Yes, she would. And she knows that. But again, that's why she doesn't even answer the question. She just says something crazy. Thanks for the super sticker. She just tried to say something first crazy. First, Amber poured gasoline on the bridge, set it on fire, then poured gasoline on the house, set it on fire. Now she pours gasoline on herself and sets it on fire. Ha, beautifully written. She is feeding us a mega pint of BS. Yes. Melanie, thanks for the $4.99 super chat. Yes, she is trying to feed us BS. But we're not buying it because we watched the trial. It's like Amber is trying to relate to an audience that doesn't exist. Hollywood, Hollyweird, my ebook, Yorkshire Publishing on Amazon. Good. I love the way you dropped. Boom. Nice. Art Newman. Check it out. Hopefully, Art, you can get some people looking at it. Pitch for Amber's biopic. The Bad Seed meets Gaslight. Thanks for the $20, Reality Dove. It was shown in court, her slipping up about TMZ being alerted off to the divorce filing. I hope in the full interview that's brought up. You know what? I would love to be brought up in the full interview, just to be clear. The previous domestic violence arrest. I would bring that up. I would say, well, hold on, just to be clear. You were arrested in Washington State in 2009 for a domestic violence incident where police witnessed you assault your ex-wife, correct? Right? I would bring that up, right? If you look at the channel, I have a video on it. I have this video of the hearing where she was at, where she pleaded no contest. There's the police officer who testified. So yeah, so she doesn't want to seem like she's an abuser, but there's direct evidence she was arrested for domestic violence, a domestic assault against her ex-wife, where she grabbed her arm and she was hitting her. That's true. That was covered. That if I was Savannah, that would be one of those questions. On Friday, you would hear that question and see how we squirm out of that. Thank you for speaking my thoughts and exact words right now. Thank you, K1. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Mark says, notice on every interview, she can't complete a sentence. She pauses every 5 seconds. That's because she's trying to think about the way to feed us bullshit answers. That's what she's doing. AH speaks. Nate disables PG mode. Yeah. I think I have to because it's all bullshit. Nate, you're going to blow a gasket. Chill, man. No, I'm all right. I'll be all right. Hell no, it's not true. After the I understand. Graped me with a bottle. I still love him. Said no woman ever. Yeah.
Right now.
But I think, let me pause this. I think she was doing that. I think she's saying that. I think she is so desperate for somebody to believe anything. And it's one thing that happens when you find like a suspect lying. is that they try to they feel like they got to give you more, right? If they're lying about something small, they feel like they got to give you more because the more salacious it is, the more believable they think it is, right? If he did it with a bottle, it's more believable. Who would lie about something like that, right? Versus saying it happened, and then people will say, oh, well, did it happen? Well, he did it with a bottle. It's like, okay, that's more salacious to them, makes it feel like it's more believable. Not understanding that it makes it less believable because the more outrageous it is, the easier it is to kind of show that it didn't happen, right? Well, you said there's a broken bottle. They looked the next day, there was no broken bottles, right? You said this happened, but we looked here and there's no bruises. You said this happened, but you didn't. When the doctor examined you, they didn't see it, right? She could have said easily, he headbutted me and I hurt my nose, but she said, but she had to say, broke my nose, right? And when she was giving her testimony, he broke my nose, he broke my nose. Then on cross-examination, well, I felt my nose was broken. No, but that's different than when you told people your nose was broken. She had to make it so outrageous that she thought it would make it more believable, but not understanding that the more outrageous it is, the easier it is for us to fact check. Okay, well, you saw a doctor. They said they saw no bruises, and your nose would have still been broken a day later, right? That's what we're all seeing in real time. We're seeing the exaggeration, and that's exactly what Dr. Curry said too. That someone in her position, this is exactly what she would do. She would exaggerate it more and more and more because in her mind, she thinks the more crazy it is, the more you're going to believe it, and that's just not the case. But it did work initially. It worked initially. It's not working now. Amber Heard needs to stop gaslighting. Over gas prices are high enough. I like that. Thanks for the super sticker. Hash 2 scissors too. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have that as my handle now. But you know how Emily has the purple hearts, Legal Bites have the blue hearts. I used to have the earphones, but I think I'm gonna do the scissors. I think the scissors are gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna take the scissors because the scissors thing is ridiculous. Stop the lies. NBC don't give her. I think I disagree with you, Kenna. I disagree with you. We wouldn't be able to see the lies unfold so miraculously and beautifully if she wasn't sitting here giving them to us, right? This is manna from heaven, right? No, she's not fooling anybody, right? She's doing more harm than good. Matter of fact, it's worse now than after the trial. Her doing this makes it even worse now. Yeah, they should do it. Let her spout her lies because we all know they're lies. She's not convincing anybody. This hurts her more than anything. You have to understand, she loves him so much by crapping on his bed. Yeah. That's how she shows her love. I noticed when JD did the interview, he didn't have scissors for fingers. No, you notice that too? He convinced me that he was Edward Scissorhands. She really thinks we're dumb. We are all average randos who believe he had scissors. I feel crazy from the gaslighting. Yeah. We got to question our own sanity, right? Did he really have scissors for hands? No. Starting a support group for people coping with learning JD does not have scissors for hands. Megan, stop. You guys are crazy. She knows she's walking a line here. No mention of the essay. Smart. Zip, zero, zilch, nada. So calculated. Even her breath is a weapon. Yes. But she doubled down on it because remember she said everything I claimed in that trial was true. They found it to be defamatory. She comes back on and says, yeah, no matter what the jury says, right? They said it's defamatory. I shouldn't say it again. Then she goes on national TV and says everything was true. I'm saying it again. I'm reaffirming it. I'm republishing it to the world. It's all true. That's what I'm saying. She may be in trouble. She is providing. Make sure I get this. Yeah, she is providing evidence that wasn't in the trial in the hour interview, according to Savannah at the end part of today's interview. Well, and that's the interesting part because even she can provide evidence, right? I would like to see it, but then I'd also like to see the context of the evidence, and I would also like to see the evidence that didn't come in on Johnny Depp's side because they had a lot of evidence that didn't come in. Again, the arrest, though the incident came in, but the arrest didn't. So let's see it. Maybe she has something in the hour interview that's going to convince us. We'll watch it. Let's check it out. Mainstream media face adds to JD Truth. Amber Heard pay the bills. TYTR money sign. Sorry, I can't decode it. I wish I could. This is better than SNL. Oh yeah. This is real life stuff. Edward Scissorhands wasn't a documentary, and Depp successfully tricked us all that he was a man with scissors for fingers. He wasn't even a person. He was a robot, right? He was like he was Pinocchio, right? So he convinced us that he wasn't real. Like, what's his name? It's like all the characters, like who plays any fantastical characters, right? It's like, what's his name? Henry Cavill. People convinced people he was Superman. Like, what? No. You know, this is, it's beyond words. It's beyond words, the gaslighting. It's honestly beyond words. Nate, you are an idiot. When you went to law school from a fellow, what idiot. Watching AA break you with this interview is gold. Love you, bro. Hey, love you, 2012 Jameson. You heard the Chewbacca defense. Now the Scissorhands defense. So beautiful. Just contributing to the grift. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thanks. I'm glad you guys like this. She's saying, if the gloves are cut to bits, you must think I'm legit. I like it, Barry. But it's not as good as the gloves don't fit. But I do like it. Nate, I'm still stuck on the fact she's saying she still has love and no hard feelings against JD, but she was afraid for her life. Yeah, that's the problem here, right? It doesn't add up. If someone is beating you to death like this, has done these type of things as she's described to you, where she said, I had to give up, I had enough, right? And then gets up and says, he told all these lies about me, he convinced the world, he went after me, he did all these horrible things to me, right? And then went to court and she's saying he lied and turned the world against me. And going to say, I still have love for this guy, right? Really? Like, I don't think whoever she prepped with for this interview you can tell probably didn't push back and say, people aren't going to believe that. You know, you could say, hey, I wish him well, you know, whatever, but saying I still love him, because she's trying to manipulate us to think that no matter all the horrible things that she said happened to her, she still loves this guy because she wants us to feel sympathy for her. She's not fooling anybody. Nate, your laughter this morning brightened my day. You're the best. Thank you, Mackie. I appreciate it. And we got one more day of this Amber Heard nonsense to go to. She rehashed it as the man, and the man who, and ham-fisted the lawyer for. Let me try to reread this. She rehearsed it as the man who and ham-fisted the lawyer for into it, so she could get her mic drop when she saw a chance it would fit. Okay, I get what you're saying. So you think she was waiting for the Edward Scissorhands moment, and then mic dropped it, and that's why she paused. She was like, because she thought it was a mic drop moment. Yeah. But again, I think her team prepared her poorly, because as you see, everybody across the board, from body language to regular people to lawyers, we all saw it for what it was. It was bullshit. Being caught in all her lies broke her brain. I think so. Yeah. Verbal LSD. Now picturing Jack Sparrow on a stand. Yeah. We believe Johnny. He fooled everybody. He thought he made it right thing. He was a pirate from the Caribbean. Think about it, people. Think about it. You can say it with any character. Jason Momoa is actually Aquaman. He's actually Aquaman. Gina, thank you for the $20. Do you think AH thinks Pirates of the Caribbean is a travel documentary? Yeah. He's convinced everybody. Wow. Just imagine if he played in Star Wars, right? If he played Vader in Star Wars, he convinced everybody he's a Jedi Knight. He's a Sith Lord. Nate, please make that reaction part a separate video. It's absolute gold. All right, I will. My editor's here. You hear what the people want. Make it a separate video. I love him. JD had no mercy, no fear, and no ounce. Let me reread that again. Nana says, I love him. JD, I have no mercy, no fear, No ounce of emotions or what I once thought was love for this gold-digging, low-level, dime-a-dozen, mushy, pointless, dangling, overused, floppy fish market. Nice. That was strong chat right there. We all need a mega fight. The only thing scared of AH more than JD are the sheets. She speaks as though she thinks people talk in real life, like they are reading from a movie script. Her pauses, tones are clearly unnatural. Yes. And that's why this is one of the few times where if you watch all the body language experts, they all are in unison that she's being deceptive, that this is unnatural, and that she's trying to be prepared. Oh, Eric Hunley, Nate and Eric for the win. People, just as a reminder, we have a separate channel called Nate and Eric where we do reaction stuff. We're probably going to be reacting to a couple of these things today. So if you guys want to see me and Eric reacting to it, we react to all types of things. We react to interesting things in the news. So check it out. We do a lot of viral video stuff. So Nate and Eric's the name of the channel. Just if you go right into Google Nate and Eric, it should be the first thing that pops up. We got like 5,000-6,000 subs. So please check out that channel. It's a lot of fun stuff if you like these type of reactions. Nate, thanks so much for sharing those. I needed the laugh today. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. The separate video is going to be definitely coming out. What color is the sky in AH World? She says fingers are scissors, like she believes it. Yeah. She thinks we believed it. She thinks we're so stupid that we believed he was Edward Scissorhands, right? She thinks we're so dumb that we don't know he's playing a role. He convinced us that he's got scissors for fingers. These compilations are goals. Please keep it up. I didn't know you guys would like the compilation so much. ABC didn't give Bobby Brown a platform to lie. Yes, they didn't. But, I think Amber, the lies are so... It's like when you're lying so obviously, why not, right? Why not? It's obvious she's lying. The real crazy part is that she really thinks that a response is that response is a mic drop moment. She is not very smart. She does think it's a mic drop moment. Camille has scissor hands. She's shredded age. Of course. Yeah. That's the real scissor hands here. Maybe she has amica poisoning after using too much of it. I believe amica cream also cured Edward Scissorhands, right? It made them the real fingers and made him into a pirate. It switched it. I wonder for a while how Amber could lie so much and still be such a bad liar. That's true, right? You would think she has good practice on this. But I'm realizing that she thought we all believed Johnny had scissor fingers. So she obviously thought we were dumb. Yes, that makes sense, right? This makes sense. She thought we were so dumb that we would believe anything she says. She's like, because these people believe he got scissors for fingers, right? He has scissors for fingers. So they're so dumb they're going to believe that. Obviously, they're going to believe my lies, right? These people are just that dumb. Nate, do you think she has an earpiece in? Nah, I don't think she has an earpiece in. Because if you did have an earpiece in, then you're fired. Whoever's on the other end of that earpiece needs to be fired, if that's the case. But whoever wrote these talking points for her is definitely going to have an issue. Nate, if they want to remake the movie The Omen, Amber Heard would be perfect person to cast for that role. But I still won't watch the movie. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna put a poll. Like, would you guys watch another Amber Heard movie? Like, I'm saying it right now. I will never watch another movie that she's in, no matter what the movie is. I personally would not watch it. Aquaman 2, I am a monster fan of comics. Let me do it this way so you can see. I'm a monster fan of comics. I got a lightsaber here. I got everything here, right? I got figurines. Aquaman's actually the picture. He's up there. He's in the picture up there. I'm a fan. I watched everything, DC and Marvel. I will not watch anything Amber Heard's in. I won't watch Aquaman 1 again. So if she's in Aquaman 2, you've lost. I don't care talk about anybody else. You've lost me. And I think you're going to lose other people. But I'm done. This amount of lying and gaslighting, I will not support. I will not watch anything she's in. It could be in the next Marvel movie. She's in it. I'm not watching it. You should send in a reaction video for them to play after they air the full interview. I don't think they'll play it. They'll be like, nah, it's too cruel. It's too cruel. Okay, she's doing all these interviews claiming that she didn't lie and that JD was abusive. Can't he sue her again? Yes. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. I don't know if he will, but yes, he can. A mic in her ear feeding her. Not that smart. If it is, they should be fired. Whoever on the other side of that mic should be fired. If Depp didn't have scissors and fingers, she still wouldn't have suffered any scratches. Big chunky rings. That's true. Maybe she thought because he wears the rings, there was really scissors, and I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for the super sticker. Keep up the good work. Very informative channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Pulsar. Honestly, she sounds like Derek Zoolander. Yes, she does. And what's it? Anonymous. This is a perfect example of a person who is experiencing the consequences of their actions for the first time. Yes. I think that's true. I think she's a beautiful woman, and generally she gets away with a lot because from that. But now it's in her face. Amber was the only one who gave a shit in that marriage. I get it. On the bed. Yes. Thanks, gaming. Thanks for the thank you, David. Thanks for the 4. And Alan says, this was the biggest role of her lifetime. Not to be confused with great acting. She's delusional and still can't act. You're right. After hearing your opinion, I agree. Sorry. Oh, all right, cool. Thank you. So you mean J. Depp isn't the Mad Hatter? No surprising, right? And he doesn't have scissors on his fingers. Would love to see you talk to audit about the police reform. Cool. I definitely wouldn't mind. Your thoughts on the matter and detail could help a lot understand both the left and the right are correct. Yeah. But the truth is always somewhere in the middle, I find. I started calling Depp Johnny pillow hands after I heard ridiculous stories of watching him over and over again. Yeah, either he's got to be the worst person to throw a punch or something. And God forbid he had scissor hands. Nate, you showed the reactions of intelligent professionals, but what was the reaction of the MSM? I don't know. I would love to see it. $100 super chat. Every time she speaks, she is just digging a bigger hole for herself. Yes. Thank you for the great super chat. But yes. She is she thinks we're buying this shit. She doesn't know we're not buying it. Her arrest record is a slippery slope, in all fairness. Prosecutors dropped all the charges, presumption of innocence, anybody. Yes, you're right. And that's the reason why, Marine, you are 100% correct. That's the reason why it would be unfair to bring that into court, right? That's the reason why it's unfair. That's the reason why you didn't hear about the arrest record, right? That's the slippery slope. And also, let's talk about it on the other side. That's the reason why you don't bring the judgment from the UK in. Because that's in a totally different place, totally different defendant, totally different everything. So he would still be presumed innocent here because in the United States, he's not violated any law. He didn't do anything wrong, right? And the UK, okay, but that's not the United States. So for the same reason you would keep out the arrest, it's the same reason you would keep out the judgment in the UK, right? It's a totally different place, totally different parties. Just because just because I failed in suing someone else doesn't have any bearing on me suing you in America. Very good point, though, and very astute. Moon says, if she thinks she's such a miraculous performer with the scissors comment, why threaten him and to tell the world like no one could possibly believe him? Because she thinks that she let me back up. think about this, people. She thinks we're so stupid that we watched Edward Scissorhands 32 years ago. 32 fucking years ago. We watched Edward Scissorhands and believed that Johnny Depp had scissors for fingers. He convinced us that that was real. She thinks we're that dumb. That's how she thinks about us. And that shows you why she's doing this. Because she thinks she can still sell this bullshit to us. And as you see, everybody who saw it didn't buy it. That's why. A.H. favorite witness, Dr. Spiegel. They share beliefs. Yeah. Dr. Spiegel watched Edward Scissorhands and said, hey, that's his baseline. Nobody watched the Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey, that's John. I watched Pirates and he acts like that. Like, no, he's acting. You know. She's like, yeah, Dr. Spiegel was right. He's really Jack Sparrow. Nonsense. Susan says, I think the Edward Scissorhands argument was supposed to show that Johnny was such a good actor that he could lie well on the stand. Sadly, her interview script is as bad as her acting. I'm assuming that's what she was going to, but it definitely didn't come out that way. It came out as if she wanted us to believe that he was Edward, that he convinced us that he was actually Edward Scissorhands. Jill, thanks for the $10. Yeah, she that's what she was doing. Once you have a court of Jack Sparrow, you can never go back. The student life, what's going on? Says Amber Heard physically and emotionally abused Johnny and her ex-wife. Facts. Have a 1-year-old child. I'm worried for her daughter. I am too, to be honest with you. I am too, because abusers they're more likely to even be more abusive to people who they love. Who don't have that power. So, yeah, that is a concern. She has an histrionic and BPD mother. Amber needs psychiatric help ASAP. And I think this interview is showing us that. It is showing us that she needs help. She needs help because, and there are maybe too many people enabling her, stopping her from getting that help. I think she's trying to hold back a laugh. Like, she knows how ridiculous her statement is. I don't think she buys her own BS. I don't think so either. Unless we're just wrong. I don't think she does either. No, Nate. It's if the glove don't fit, he must have cut it out hit the bits. Okay, I get it. So she said that it comes out, if the glove don't fit, he must have cut it to bits. I like it. It's just not as catchy as the glove don't fit, you must have quit. It's good. Kenyon, it's good. It's just not great, right? It's good. It's not great. See, I'll say this. Michael Jordan is great, right? Scottie Pippen is good. That's the difference. You got a Scottie Pippen here. I'm looking for Mike. Amber Heard doesn't think we're dumb. She knows in real life Edward Scissorhands had hands. And I think maybe she believes. She was like, when she met Johnny Depp, she probably looked at his hands and was like, where are the scissors? She was probably convinced of that. Maybe, I don't know. On a serious note, sad that her family, daren't say be quiet and get treatment. Yeah, I understand. So let me read this. Sad that her family, I'm saying, doesn't say be quiet and get treatment. You really, really need help. Amber, you are wrong. Step up, Amber. Amber's dad. Yeah, but Amber's dad, from what they said at the trial, was an abuser also. And I think we're witnessing the cycle of abuse. The father, she's abused her. She abused her siblings, and now she's abusing her relationships. Her ex-wife, her ex-husband, and now she has children. So that this is unfortunately the cycle of abuse. And until she realizes that she's an abuser, and realizes she needs to get help to stop the cycle, then the cycle is going to continue to whatever relationship she has. So it's just that thing. The only person that can help her at this point, I think, is herself, and she needs an intervention. Savannah Guthrie got the International Academy of Trial Lawyers Student Advocacy Award for her work with victims of DV. Oh, wow. Wikipedia, Kara Fair and Balance. Oh, I got to check that out. But it doesn't look like Savannah believes her either. Maybe she believed JD had scissors for fingers. And if she believed it, everyone should too, because she thinks she is smarter than everyone else. Yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Kyle, I think you make a very good point. What if it's a risque film called Two Turds in One Bed? Ooh, would I watch it? No, probably not. To be honest with you, I'm done. When this is just too much. I don't. It's not that I don't even like her as a person. I just wouldn't want to support someone who tried to destroy somebody in this way. Right? I just went. I get it now. She was convinced he had scissors for fingers, but found out she really married a pirate. She thought he'd be. You know what? This fella, she really married a pilot, right? Because he's got an island and all that stuff. So she's like, he's not Edward Scissorhands. He's Jack Sparrow. He's got an island, right? maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. She thought she'd be slaying her hair game, but instead, she got stuck with them whack extensions. Yeah, those extensions are pretty bad. You're right. just like a woman to point that out. Yeah, those extensions are pretty bad. Farron reacted to it too. I gotta get Farron's reaction. I didn't see it. Adrena says, "Is there a way I can contact you? Email, DM on Twitter. My good friend is a movie producer and has done work with Marvel and DC. I might be able to get you something cool." Oh, great. Yeah. Please. My email, just make sure you put your name or DM and I'm all over it. Thank you. I'd love it. And thanks. Dar She Blows 84. Thank you for this $100 super chat. Every time she speaks, she's just digging a bigger hole for herself. We all know it. That's what this interview is, and this interview is not helping. It is hurting. Thank you for the very generous super chat. This is hurting. Hold My Beer says, remember, this is the same woman who made those cold, one-sided smirk. Let me read that again. Remember, this is the same woman who made those cold, one-sided smirk. She will be an A-list actress, in my opinion, if she only casts supervillains. All she needs to do is reminisce her victims. Yeah, I think she could play a supervillain, but I'm not watching a movie. I'm just not watching a movie. So it wouldn't even matter for me. Maybe she bought him a knife to replace the finger she cut off. This is a good super chat. Maybe you're right. Maybe she was like, cut the tip of the finger. You know what? Here's a knife. Put that on. Like, how's it? You were Edward Scissorhands, remember? Yeah. Sarah says, know why she dropped the speak to power quote at Nate the Lawyer? The thing where she copies everyone else. Dr. Curry and Queen Camille elaborated as intelligent women. Turd tried to sound smart. I think she was. I think you're right. I definitely think you're right. I swear I saw JD with scissors hands taking candy and gave it to Camille. You guys, the scissor hands thing is gonna. I think it's gonna follow her forever. The scissor hand thing is just like so horrible. When she said people were convinced Johnny had scissors for hands, I was devastated. I thought he was a Victorian era piano player that was in love with a corpse. Yeah, well, you could just play out all his movie roles, right? I thought he was. I thought he was Ichabod Crane. Do you think JD is sitting? Let me read this again. Do you think JD is sitting there, seeing this, saying, "What the f? How dumb can she be?" I hope he did not facepalm when he need more America cream. Yeah. This is. If I was JD, I wouldn't be worried about this. She's alone. Amber is everything Solomon complained about in Proverbs. Facts. Also, listen to Amber talk brings life to the concept of weeping and garnishing. Is that gnashing? Gia silent gnashing of teeth. I think so. She's ridiculous, bro. She's just ridiculous. K Bragg. It's horrible. It's horrible for us to see, and it's wild because we can all see it so clearly too. If JD sued her again, would it be a repeat of the trial in Virginia, or since he won the trial, would suing her again be different the second go time around? Well, two things. It all depends on where she's saying. Like right now, she's making the statements in New York, so technically you might have a New York thing here going on, and he could go back to the Virginia court and say she's still defaming me with the same statements. Give me an injunction. Cardi B actually did that. So it all depends. It all depends. But the second time around, it doesn't have to be in Virginia. It may be somewhere else. If these are new claims that arise, do you think she is so desperate for attention she's willing to say dumb things like this to stay relevant? Yes. She's trying to, instead of coming out and saying I fucked up, she's trying to save her career, and she's doing it the wrong way. Muffin Turd. I personally think JD team should send her another letter to AT so that this time she could poop on her bed. She talks crap, then complains to people trolling her. Yeah. But that's the way you do it, right? She thinks she's winning. She thinks this is winning. She doesn't know this is losing. Hi, Nate. You should look at the photo of Johnny's broken bed. It looks like a knife did the damage, and it looks like there is a folded up pocket knife on the bed. Yes, smart. Lauren Lumber did a fantastic video on it, and it was obvious it was made from the knife. Chicago Mike says, it is my belief that Amber watched Fear and Loathing and thought it was a documentary about JD and Hunter S. Thompson. Yes, maybe. Have you seen the L'Oreal pics of Amber Heard's knuckles? No, I haven't seen them. I'm going to check them out maybe. He might have scissor hands, but she has got rock hands, and Camille has got paper hands. Rock, paper, scissors. I like it. Just did. Nice. I like how you put that together. Her jealousy of his career and his acting range is sad. In his biopic, hope he plays Spiegel. Just subscribe to Nate and Eric. Oh, thank you, Peachy P. Thank you for subscribing to Nate to Eric. We got 2 more super chats left. Lisa White says, it made me mad and was belittling when she said the courtroom was full of Jack Sparrow supporters. No, we support him, not the character he played. Facts, Lisa. Facts. Very good super chat. Thank you. Yes. And check your Twitter DM. I sent you the video. Thank you, Muffin Turd. I definitely will. And thank you for everyone who donated to the super chat fund. I really, really appreciate it. And this is the last super chat I'm going to read of the day before we stop this video and start cutting up our clips. I know it's silly, but I hope JD doesn't even know. I hope he's out there living his rock star life with all his old man friends and one of the most beautiful, relevant in the 90s women who ever lived by his side. With that super chat, I think you're right. I think it should. I hopefully he's not even bothering with this. Hopefully he's moving forward with his life. And you guys are sending me super chats, so I'm going to read them because I feel bad if I don't. Amber Heard can be used as a video to teach nursing and medical students how to identify mentally ill people. I like that. Facts. And people who are exaggerating. K. Bragg says, speaking of the bed, Lauren Lumber got it wrong. JD clearly damaged the bed using his scissor hands. K. Bragg, you just put that in to make me laugh. Stop that, K. Bragg. You are a bad super chatter. That is not. He scissor hands the bed. You know what, K. Bragg, you crazy girl. That was good. With that said, hey, my name is Nate the Lawyer. If you like what you heard, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Do all that great YouTube stuff. Let me know how you feel. Don't forget, we're going to do this again Friday. We're going to do this again. We're going to do all the 1 hour special, and we're going to see what it's about. I'm not sure what time they're going to put it out Friday. If they put it out Friday, we may do it Saturday, but I'm hoping to do it Friday. We might have a late night, so we might be here at like 9 o'clock because they're putting it out like at 8 o'clock, the hour special. And we're going to do it about 9. So, and last super chat before I hit this in broadcast button. Too bad JD did not chop her up with his scissor hands and make her into a mince pie a la Sweetie Todd, all while singing. Yeah. I keep saying, this bitch is crazy.